Guys, a lot of stuff right now is happening with crypto. We are seeing, for example, Ripple, XRP having a rally while Bitcoin is still going sideways. We have seen something similar in the past, which I want to have a talk with you about in today's video, because this is actually very interesting. We've seen something similar in the past, and it was also around similar time period. So that might be quite significant for what we could expect with Bitcoin in the not so distant future. For the next months, we will have a quick look at the Dixie. We will have a quick look at the S&P 500. I draw a lot of lines right here, but I can assure you it is actually quite interesting. And I think a lot of these charts are telling a similar story, and they might tell us something where we can prepare for right now, which is something I really want to share with you in today's video. Of course, we will also have a look at Will Portal. We do see some signs right here, which I want to share with you as well. And guys, all of these signs together might give a nice overview about what is going on with the crypto markets and with the general financial markets. So guys, let's dive straight into it. Of course, it is very much appreciated if every single one of you can scroll down below this video, leave a thumbs up. Now we need it more than ever. We really need to push these videos to everybody out there, to all the subscribers, to a broader audience, because we really want to get this momentum getting back on YouTube. That's very important, especially because we are not uploading daily. Your engagement is very much appreciated, and basically the amount of views that this video is going to have is hanging on a leash based on your engagement. So guys, every comment, every like is very much appreciated. If you are new right here, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon. That is all very good, because the information that I'm going to show you in today's video is going to be very valuable in my opinion. So guys, let's start off with XRP. And I know most of you maybe don't trade XRP and maybe not even interested. Some of you are, but it is interesting to look at XRP also when we are focused on Bitcoin, because we are seeing something very interesting right here, and that is the following. While Bitcoin is actually going sideways, we are seeing Ripple breaking out right here from this, kind of this sideways range. We broke out to the upside, and we actually had quite a bit of a rally. So from the bottom till the top, we had a rally of 75% roughly, and it is possible that there still is some gasolina left in this rally. And why could that be? Well, because if we zoom out right here, we can see that in the broader term perspective, we are trading in this declining channel. And the middle of the channel has been respected very significantly, and the top of the channel as well as resistance, and the bottom of the channel as support. Right now we are actually hanging in the middle. We are not at the middle of the channel, but we are hanging between. We are actually hanging in the middle, from the middle of that channel and the top of the channel, as you can see right here, which is kind of a weird place. It would make sense for XRP to eventually reach the resistance of that channel. Also, when we go back to a historical price action from XRP right here, then we can see that we've seen something similar in the past. We had like a bull run top. This we got right here as well, like you can call it a swing high. Then we had a declining channel. And then, as you can see, the middle of the channel is being respected very much. That is very important when drawing these channels, the middle of the channel being respected. And then suddenly right here in September 2018, we get this massive pump. I can zoom a little bit in for you guys so you can see it more clearly. We get this massive pump, and actually pattern-wise, we get a bottom, not a bottom, then we pump suddenly 200%. That pattern looks quite similar to the pattern that we are seeing right now. A little bit different time period. This took a little bit longer, but we also have a bottom, double bottom, which is September, which is a similar time period. And if you guys don't know it, we often look at time periods in the markets because it's important to analyze the price, but it's more important to analyze the time. And periods. We are seeing, for example, a lot of altcoin seasons in similar months occurring. We are seeing bearish months or price declines in similar months, price increases in similar months. And this Ripple breakout or rally in the month of September in a bear market, which was also 2018. 2018 we were in a bear market. Bitcoin was already for months in a bear market. Suddenly XRP starts to rally out of nothing. Now we actually have a similar thing going on with a similar pattern on a similar time period. So this is just very interesting. And if you do think this is interesting, make sure to smash up that like button so more people can see this information. And another interesting point is that if you measure from the high right here till the low and you do a Fibonacci retracement tool, you can see that retraced to the 38.20%, which aligned with the top of the channel. If we go right now to the price action of Ripple, we can see as well the 38.20% is at 0.62 cent roughly. That one is aligning as well with the top of the channel. So if we measure the Fibonacci retracement from the top till the bottom, so this is very interesting if you ask me. And now comes the big question, of course: what happened with Bitcoin afterwards when Ripple saw that rally? Well, for that we are going to overlay. Actually, I can get rid of the momentum indicators. We are going to overlay Bitcoin right here. So let me put Bitcoin on a new price scale. And I don't know, guys, if you all still really remembered what happened during 2018. You might were not into crypto back then. You might were not into Bitcoin. Maybe you entered later. Maybe you already there since 2018. We have this channel since 2018. I'm in crypto since 2016. And I know exactly what happened right here back in 2018. When I look at this price action, I almost can just take my experience to that place and know exactly how I felt, which not always was correct. I have to admit that. I really want to admit that. If I'm wrong, I am just wrong. That is part of trading. You cannot be always right. That's why it's also important to see your mistakes, admit that you're wrong, because that's actually the moment that you can do something about it. And right here, actually, guys, I was quite wrong, although we did had clear support and resistance right. But I anticipated when Bitcoin was trading right here, I anticipated that we might see a breakout to the upside. We had a kind of bottoming structure, but it turned suddenly like a horizontal, and I expected we're going to break out to the upside. Didn't happen. Of course, I could protect myself. The moment we broke out to the downside, I can change my perspective. That's why waiting for confirmation and breakouts is important. But yeah, we did broke out to the downside, and that was actually right after we had that pump in Ripple. So we had this pump in Ripple, the rally, which came out of nowhere. There are no other altcoins rallying. Bitcoin dominance is actually at quite low levels, and just altcoins starting to rally out of nothing. At least XRP. What you can see afterwards with Bitcoin is that we came slightly up right here during the end of September, which is right now as well. We are right now also around the end of September. Then we couldn't manage to get that momentum going, and then we just came back down, and we just go sideways, sideways, sideways until the middle of November. There we had a massive drop. We rolled over and we dropped from the lows right there. We had another drop of 68%, roughly 70% from that, from the 6K level right here. That is very interesting, guys, because that looks quite similar as what we are seeing right now. We have the Bitcoin price chopping sideways during the month of September. Right now, today, at the end, we see the Bitcoin price slightly going up. There's still some space for Ripple to go up right here. And I'm going to show you with the S&P 500 why we still could see a move to the upside. But be careful, maybe this move is shortly lived, okay? Maybe we still get a drop, because these lows, which we've seen in Bitcoin from 6,000 to 3,000 in the beginning of November or the middle of November, that also corresponds with the time cycle that we are tracking from Bob Lucas, which is the 60-day cycle, which is basically, and the 4-year cycle, which is basically predicting a low in the Bitcoin price in the beginning of November. So here we can already see that more things are starting to align, right? We have Ripple pumping similar as 2018. We got time cycle saying that in November we still can see that low. So guys, right now we can see some signs that we maybe still have a small push in the Bitcoin price, but it is possible that that push is not going to last very long and that eventually we are going to see a further drop in the price. Also, when you have a look at the Bitcoin distance from all-time highs, correction from all-time highs, there for us is also still some space to go down. But I will show you why this scenario could be more likely when looking to other charts. Let's go to the Dixie. Let's get rid of the momentum indicators. Actually, we don't need them. We can go to the weekly time frame right here. Just zoom, like really zoom out. Then we can see the Dixie actually looks quite bullish. We had a declining channel right here, bull flag. We broke out to the upside. Bigger declining channel. We broke that one too. I've shared that over on the Twitter from Will Portal as well. If you don't follow Will Portal, make sure to do so. Lots of big things are coming over there. We are going to add some different graphs over on the Will Portal, but we are also in the process of adding different tokens. So that, yeah, it's going to be really mind blown once you once we will get this update. It can take some time until we have that update, of course, but this is going to be a crazy tool for traders to use for their trading, because we're also going to make a notification center, and the notification center will tell you exactly which signs basically have been fired, which you need to be watching, and that will make the trader also a little bit more independent than looking, for example, at videos and listening to other analyzers. You can just go to Will Portal and find the signals that are basically right now firing over in the charts, on multiple charts. So for that, make sure to follow Will Portal over on Twitter and just check the Will Portal website now and then. We are working hard on that over here. But if we have a look at the Dixie, we can see that we're almost getting to that previous high, and that high was in 2001. And we could actually say that we may be in a blow off top on the final phase right here, where we maybe get one last push, and then we touch that high, we get a double top formation, we come back down. That is the moment when Bitcoin is going to rally, when we are coming back down. But as you can see, there is still some room, some upside space left, because if we have a look at this level where we are trading right now, it is a level of resistance. Of course, right here it has been acting as support. Maybe there's some small resistance right here. Maybe very short term we could see a little bit resistance. But if you look at the broader picture right here, then this is just looking quite bullish. If we take the target of that bull flag formation, we can also set it like that, put at the point of breakout. You can also see the target of the bull flag is higher. There's not a super significant resistance right here. After breaking this multi-decade declining channel, I definitely expect that the chances is quite likely that we are going to reach 120 on the Dixie, which basically means a continued drop for Bitcoin. Yeah, guys, honestly, I don't like to be a bear. I don't like to be bearish, but I'm just saying what I'm seeing in the charts, and I'm not trying to stick to a bullish bias or whatever. I just try to be objective right here. I hope you can appreciate that. When we go to the S&P 500, and yeah, that's actually funny. We have been looking at so many charts to predict Bitcoin, except the Bitcoin chart, but that is also how it works with trading. We can look at these charts and basically say, due to these correlations and inverse correlations, we can predict what's going on with Bitcoin. I think the S&P 500 is actually starting to look quite interesting, very, very short term. So in my previous videos, you can already say that I've been pointing out this megaphone pattern right here. We got rejected at resistance, and I said the moment we break the middle of that pattern, that is going to be bearish. We did broke that middle, we got a retest, and then we got a further drop. I was, I guess, very clear about that. If we break that middle, we do see a bearish continuation. Actually, Bitcoin held quite strong during that formation, because during this drop we haven't seen that massive drop in Bitcoin. Now we tested these lows. Right here we got a low right there. We tested that low that came along with a kind of double bottom formation on the relative strength index, while on the price it is way lower. That is interesting. And if we zoom in on the price, we can actually see some gaps above us. This is a little bit more the bullish sign short term. Is we got a gap right here, and we got a gap right here. Well, I'm not very confident that we are going to fill this gap anytime soon. However, I think it is possible for the S&P 500 to fill at least this gap in the this week, basically. And that basically means that there will be some could be some buying pressure over on the S&P 500, which eventually will also strengthen Bitcoin a little bit. So I've been talking about Bitcoin. We got a breakout of Bitcoin. We got a rally up to 19,300. I've shared it over on Twitter, over on YouTube, but we got a quite aggressive rejection, and we failed to hold the breakout in the relative strength index. We do test some support right now. So if we look at the horizontal support, this is at 18,850. That level is holding so far. If the S&P 500 sees some bullish continuation, we maybe can go up from here. We maybe get a small breakout, then a breakdown. But this is the pattern that I'm basically watching right now with Bitcoin. We have this triangle formation, and if we break down, that is definitely bearish. If we break up, it is a bullish sign, but we still have to be very cautious due to these other signals like the Dixie, S&P 500, and Ripple making its rally. One thing what I forgot to say about the S&P 500 is that also we got this potential double bottom. So short term we could see a rally. It still makes sense for the S&P 500 to test the support from this megaphone pattern. If this all makes sense to you guys, I guess this video already takes quite a long time. Well, actually, I'm trying to make these videos as short as possible. Sorry, but today I just have a lot of information to share with you. So if you guys still here, I really appreciate that. And if you haven't dropped a thumbs up, make sure to do so. That's just very much appreciated. But yeah, this is basically what I'm watching. The real support at Bitcoin is at 18.6k. I would say 18.6k. If we break that to the downside, the things could get ugly very quickly. If we break 19.3k in the shorter term time frame, we could see a nice push in the Bitcoin price, maybe even to 20,000, maybe even above 20,000 just in the shorter term time frame. Guys, that was it for today's video. If you liked it, if you learned something, scroll below this video, smash that like, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon. That's so much appreciated. If you haven't done so already, guys, make sure to follow Will Portal over on Twitter. We also got... Actually, I wanted to share some signals from Will Portal, but a lot of these signals are automatically shared over on our Twitter. We're now building a Twitter bot which is going to share the Bitcoin exchange balance. So once we are seeing a huge spike in the Bitcoin exchange on balances, we will send out a tweet. So you basically get notified for this stuff, which can tremendously help you in your trading game. But yeah, we are seeing this metric also continue to go up, which is not all too bullish. Funding ratios turned positive after being negative. Yeah, this I would say is quite neutral because there's no clear positive funding. It's just a small little green bar there. But yeah, we don't see a trend of Bitcoins leaving the exchanges, which just basically means that there's some uncertainty in the background among investors, which can definitely trigger that bigger sell-off, which could happen. And I want to emphasize as well, could. I'm just here to prepare you for either scenario, right? I'm not saying deterministic right now. Yeah, for 100% Bitcoin is going to 14,500 or 15,000. No, but do take in mind that we are seeing similar signals that we have seen over in 2018 as well. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to drop the thumbs up, and I hope to see all of you in the next video.